A bright sun, some breeze building up. This is Sunset Beach in Dubai. Welcome back once again. Welcome back for the last time this year. This is the last race of the Dubai Grand Prix of the 2019 UIM XCAT World Season. Straight away we start from this adrenaline lane where all the drivers are getting ready for the last race of the season. It's amazing the situation because we have 4 teams still eligible for the World Championship. It's Abu Dhabi 4, Maritimo, Dubai Police and Abu Dhabi 5. So it will be an amazing battle until the last checker flag of the season. We go immediately to catch some impressions of the drivers while they are getting ready for this last race. Here we have already with Abu Dhabi 4 leaders in the championship, and today starting from pole position. This is Fale Al Mansouri. So you're starting first in the overall ranking. Big responsibility today.
That's right. But we keep same as yesterday. We have a good strategy in yesterday, so we're the same. So we'll push hard because we just focus for the champion in this moment. So hope good luck for us and for our teams also.
Good luck to all of you, and as we always say, have a safe race. Thank you, Fale. If we can move, Emil is great in following me with a big camera. The pontoon is shaking. As we say, there's some breeze building up, not many waves, but still, as yesterday, they can disturb a bit because these boats are made to be airborne mainly, not in the water, so just some gusts of wind can disturb the behavior of the boats when they are going fast. Here we have the team of Dubai Police. The drivers haven't arrived already?
No, still not yet.
Still concentrating in the paddocks?
They're coming right now.
Okay, they are coming right now. This is the good of the live TV. Here we have Arif Al-Zafin. You see in the back Nadir Benindi being interviewed. Arif, hello. Straight away an interview live for our TV. So big responsibility today. The start will be important, but all the race.
I hope today will be safe race. You know what happened yesterday. We have small issue last 3 laps. We found a problem, what will happen. And try today will push hard, same always. And I hope to save for all the team.
I know that you guys are also good in the vision of the whole race. This is going to be important also today.
Yes, what I saw regarding the weather yesterday is more rough than today, but sure we are not will be quiet. We have to win. We enjoy normally when we have the competition between Abu Dhabi and then Maritimo. I think all the people today he will enjoy about the race.
Thank you, Arif. Have a safe race.
Thank
Good
you.
luck. Yeah, Dubai Police is actually standing third. It's only 6 points dividing them from the first, which is Abu Dhabi 4, 171 Abu Dhabi 4, 167 Maritimo, and 165 for them. They have to win absolutely if they want to clinch this championship. We move on, and just in front of Dubai Police, there's the Maritimo boat actually standing second in the championship. Pardon for my shoulders. We have Ross Willeton. Roscoe, some impressions before this race. It's going to be really important. You're all fighting for the title.
This is down to the wire, yep, and very, very important to get the start. So I don't know, we just got to get this start, but then so does number 3, so does number 4, so does number 5. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting race for everybody, I reckon.
You mentioned the start, but we know that you had some issues at the start right yesterday.
Oh yes, that cost us big time yesterday. Tom did a great job behind the wheel. The motors came back on song. We lost some cylinders at the start, so we were way behind. And then thank goodness they came back on. But you know that cost us a chance of a win yesterday. And but that's racing. So today's another day. So let's see what happens today.
Great spirit. Today's another day. Thank you. Have a safe race and good luck.
Good on you.
Thank you, Ross. While we move on. Yeah, yesterday they've been unlucky at the start with this engine, let's say, failure, engine issue. They lost to 4th position. They went down to 4th position. They were able to recover. It was an amazing race with battles. They overtook another 2 boats and they finished second, which is very good, but it's bad if you think that they started first. Anyway, great race for them. We move to 222 offshore. We have Darren Nicholson here. So the situation is that you're not fighting for the championship, but still you are best of the rest. I know it's never enough for you, of course.
Z fleet. First in the Z fleet. In the second fleet. So yeah, it's okay. We'll go around and see how we go. But Lovely spot. Happy to be here.
You still have any target for this race and for the championship? At least finishing 5th. I know you're fighting with HPI, but they are 10 points behind.
We just do the best we can and see how we go. So, that'll be okay.
Thank you, good luck. Really relaxed. Yeah, have a safe race. This is talking with Alfredo Amato of boat number 22. Is the other team eligible for the championship? They are a bit behind. 139 is the points, but 35 points is at stake for the winner. So the maths say that they could even be able to win the championship. I don't want to say anything about this, just the impression, the start, what you're going to do in this race. You're starting in 3rd position, yeah? Whoever.
We'll start in 3rd. We'll try to push to get to the 1st, until the 1st buoy. We'll try our hard to focus to finish the race in top 3. We hope we get 1st and stay focused on the race.
Rashid, you think you will also, let's say, in a good way, you play some strategy with your stablemates of Abu Dhabi 4?
Sure, I will tell my team boat to get the championship. But I will do a safe race and no any accidents.
Important. Thank you guys. Good luck. Have a safe race. While we move on, there's other TVs here, as you see. This lizard green boat is Dimitri. There's Maurizio Carando getting inside the cockpit. Cristiano Berni again in the back, always the back man. And then Roberto Lopiano. I try to step on your boat, your green boat. So impressions just before, while Cristiano helps you to put the... This is the Hansen neck restraint, actually.
Ready to race.
Hi.
Okay, really concentrated already. Roberto, good luck. Have a safe race.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're joking, but still they're really concentrated. Yeah, sorry, I'm moving. That's a lot of people also for the cameraman. Salem Mendesa, okay, you start in 6th. You're not eligible for points, but still you want to have a good race.
Yes, we have to enjoy today like yesterday. We enjoyed a lot of this nice race course. Today we'll start 6th. So all 5 boats on my left side will be tough boats, and I am very happy to be with them.
Asa, you think, pardon me if I pass in front of the camera, you have a particular target for this race, a result that you would like to achieve?
Yes. Today is important for me, this race, to be in the podium, to the name for the victory team. But I will fight to the end, inshallah. We'll see the result after the race, inshallah. Thank you.
Good. Thank you. Goodbye. Have a safe race. Yeah, it's as we said, they are not eligible for points, but still, if they go, they finish into the top 3, they will go on the podium because they deserve the podium, even if they don't get any points. The following boats will get their points. This is 2 boats more or less of the same team. Boat number 22, Alfredo Amato, Joaquin Kumlin. Alfredo Amato and Saul Bubacco. You see the back of the 2 of them with the 22 overalls, Alan Dahl. The other one is Andrea Comel and Joaquin Kumlin. They're racing on boat 46, Consul Brokers, which is just more the beside number 22. So they take a shot all together. And should we go and disturb them? Yeah, why not? We are here for this reason. We are into the photo. There's photobombing live. Alfredo, Saul. Ciao.
One moment.
See, one moment for the photo. Yeah. See, it's very nice. Most of the team, some mechanics are not here because they are busy, of course, working, but it's very nice to see all of them together. Joachim, Andrea, 3 mechanics, Alfredo and Saul. Great. So, Alfredo, Saul, some words for this race?
It's the last race of this terrible championship. I don't remember a championship with this non lucky. And yesterday another terrible day, but today we are on the water with passion, and we would arrive at the end of the race. we need to understand the boat because together Saul change a lot of things, and so this race for us is to prepare next championship.
Ok. Saul, in italiano te la faccio.
Bravo.
We are Italian, we prefer to talk in
Yes,
Italian.
because-
C'è un pochino di vento, un pochino di onda, però non sarà una cosa preoccupante. There's some wind, some breeze, but nothing worrying.
Sarà una gara molto veloce. Noi purtroppo anche su questo punto siamo un po' condizionati perché le eliche buone sono in fondo al mare col motore che abbiamo perso, però faremo di tutto, cercheremo di capire e di lavorare in previsione della prossima stagione. Avremo 15-17 giri da fare, cercheremo di farli tutti nel meglio modo possibile e cercare di capire dove lavorare per il prossimo anno. Insomma, vogliamo partire pronti il prossimo anno, purtroppo speriamo che la sfortuna l'abbiamo avuta tutta quest'anno. Ecco.
Benissimo, buona fortuna, have a safe race. I'm gonna translate, he said, I asked about these conditions. He said, no, actually this is a very fast race, these waves are nothing at all. And it's a pity for us because we don't have the right propellers for these conditions, because the propellers, the right ones, they lost them at sea. Yesterday the boat lost one engine, or full engine with the propeller, of course, connected at sea. They will probably rescue later, but after the race, so now they got a spare engine, but the propellers that they have are not the right ones for this condition. So in the end, for them, it will be like testing for the next season. It's, he said 15, 17 laps in order to better understand the whole package that we have and getting prepared for next season. While we move again on, here we have Kuwait boat on our right. You see Abdulatif, Mustafa is already inside. They've been filmed by other TV, but I'm going to disturb Abdulatif. Why are you still out and Mustafa is already inside the cockpit?
We are always like this. He wants to be concentrate about the driving.
You don't need to?
No, I am the throttle man. I will jump in the boat, put the belt, dress the helmet, that's all.
How many years have you been racing boats like this?
Since 1992.
Nothing to add. I wanted him to say, yeah, you understand why he doesn't need to think about, yeah. Thank you, have a safe race.
Thank you.
While we move to the last boat of the pack, at the top of the pontoon, this is boat number 96, HPI Racing Team, Rosario and Giuseppe Schiano di Cola in the cockpit. Are they already in the cockpit? Yes, they are, protected by their friends. I just step on the boat, on the deck. So, Giuseppe, what do you think? Concentrated already?
Really concentrated. I'm starting 7th position in the front of the victory team. I hope I make a good start and explain with Rosario the decision. I'm really quite good for the race.
I took a quick look at the championship situation now. You are 6th with only 10 points of gap from the 5th. Is this a target for you to try and go in front of 222 offshore?
I hope Giovanni is a really best driver, and I hope to take this position for the World Championship, of course.
Okay. Thank you, Giuseppe. Thank you also, Rosario. He's here really concentrated, just waving with his hand. Have a safe race, guys. Thank you. Yeah, of course, the movements that I'm doing are not possible, all of them, to the camera, because it's easy for me, but not for a big camera like we have. While we move down to the pontoon, we see the boats are getting prepared. Still, we don't hear the engines starting, so this means that we still have some minutes. In some minutes, they will get the white flag. That means all of you drivers get into the cockpit, as we always say. That's how it is, and it should be right now. And most of them are already in the cockpit, but they have to get in, get ready, latch the hands, neck restraint, all the gear they have must be prepared. And then when they get the green flag after that white, they will leave the pontoon. Oh, we have Eric Stark here with the Victory Team, because he races also in Formula 1 for Victory Team. But in XCAT, of course, you race with XCAT Racing. We saw your boat is getting fixed, and it's a pity that you are here as a spectator.
Yeah, we really wanted to, of course, finish the season with driving, but the damage was too much after China, and we decided to don't go and make the boat ready for next year.
Yeah. You will stay here to watch the race, all of the race?
Yeah, for sure. I have F1 next week, so we are very busy this week with testing Formula 1 every morning. So for me, it was good to not drive the XCAT because it was very busy.
Too much busy week. Will you support some boats in this race? I got a hint from this.
yeah, of course. Of course, I would like my guys in the blue to do well. But you know, it's going to be interesting to see the boat wins the race, win the championship. It's how an amazing finish of the season.
Absolutely amazing. If you are around, we will be in the commentary booth. You are more than welcome to come and join us and say some words during the commentary. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Eric.
Thank you.
Enjoy. It's been nice to see also him. We've seen also his buddy in the XCAT boat of XCAT, which is Sebastian Groth, the youngest of this pack of drivers in XCAT. He was around here because the boat is actually here in the dry pits. They're still working. The whole week they've been working on the boat. They were not confident to put it in the water because they knew they had no time, but still they are working hard and they are here, and the presence is important. Also Eric Stark being here, it's a pleasure. Really nice guy, really strong, and he's having a Formula 1 competition next week. While we move back, Carlo, this is one of the guys. You want to name all of them because I don't want to forget anybody. All the guys that work here on the pontoons. It's like Gaetano.
Yes.
Then the names.
The names, my names?
No. All the others.
Pedro, Leo, Joao, Silvio. There's a lot.
These guys work so hard to make all of this possible. They come here much earlier than us and they go away much later than us. All the things you see, this setup is thanks to them. Okay, thank you, Carlo. While I think for the moment we're done, we can go back to the commentary booth where I will join Paul Marinelli and all the other guys. And we will also play some clips from yesterday. So see you in a while in the commentary booth.
Thank you, Emanuele, and welcome everybody to the third and final round of the 8th XCAT World Championship season, the world's fastest powerboat racing series presented by the UIM, the Union Internationale Motonautique, here at the magnificent Sunset Beach in incredible Dubai. Welcome to the 2019 XCAT World Championship Dubai Grand Prix. The grand final round finds us in a four-way title fight between Dubai Police, Australia's Maritimo, and defending XCAT champions Abu Dhabi 4 and their stablemates Abu Dhabi 5, who took the championship lead after winning race 1 yesterday, and what a race that was. My name's Paul Marinelli, and together with Emanuele Ferraristicelle we'll be bringing you the action on our live stream now, and let's take a look at some highlights of what took place in race 1 yesterday. It was certainly very, very thrilling indeed. You can see the Sunset Beach layout here when the green flag went out yesterday and off went the boats. Very light winds, but they did increase as we got towards the race start, and the Pace Cat led the field out very close to the shore and the spectators. Off they went on the green with a huge yell from our official starter Pasquale Cesana, and take a look at the race for the front between Abu Dhabi 4 and Dubai Police. Victory getting in there too, the welcome return of the Victory team after a 2-year absence in XCAT World Series. New Star flipped over at the first turn, all on their own. It's the boat number 9 of Mikhail Kitashev and Dmitry Vandyshev, who we see were perfectly fine thanks to the help of the Bergamo Scuba Angels, who were there in a flash to help rescue them and get them away. And the restart took place immediately afterwards. Again, another 3-way fight towards turn 1 between Dubai Police and Abu Dhabi 4. Maritimo getting a terrible start in both starts, which we later found out to be because of engine problems during the first 6 laps, unable to get full power. After that, they went on the hunt, and what a race they had. But Abu Dhabi 4 challenging their teammate, getting past it, 2-2-2 offshore, and Maritimo battling it out lap after lap after lap. And of course, the Abu Dhabi teammates also fighting their way through. Dubai Police looked strong throughout the race, and so did Dimitri, hitting those waves hard. And the return of Isa Al-Ali and Salem Al-Adidi in the Victory team has been good in that brand new boat. Maritimo then powered past on the final lap Abu Dhabi 5 to roar into second position at the very end, as we see a flyby of the Emirates A380 here on top of Sunset Beach to mark this final round, the third and final round of the 2019 UIM XCAT World Championship. This race is going to be an absolute beauty. Start lap plus 14 race laps plus 2 compulsory long laps that have to be taken after the third lap. They can't be taken before then, totaling a race distance of 57.89 nautical miles. 70% of race distance is the start lap, plus 10 laps, plus 1 long lap. And if we see the drama we saw yesterday, that was incredible racing. Now, just give you an update of what happened. So I mentioned that I didn't mention to you that Abu Dhabi 4 in yesterday's race had one engine cut out completely at the first start. So it's interesting that luckily for them there was a restart. When they reset everything, as we look at Abu Dhabi 4, still at the pontoon at the moment, of Sean Torrente from the United States and Faleh Al Masouri, one of the home drivers taking part, one of the 4 home teams here from the UAE taking part today. When they did go on the restart, both engines worked fine and they were back in business. Maritimo, as I mentioned, for the first 6 laps really struggled with engine power, only getting around 60-70% of the power they needed for the first 6 laps. After that, the problem seemed to disappear and off they went and fought their way up into second. They were helped by Dubai Police also having an electrical issue in the closing stages of the race that saw them drop from the second place down to 4th by the end of the race. Abu Dhabi 5 finished in 3rd after a superb race. Dubai Police in 4th. 222 offshore for Giovanni Capitella and Darren Nicholson, the joint Australian and Italian entry, finishing in 5th place. So a promising result after a season that has been troublesome for the Australian and Italian team. In 6th place, the victory team on their return to the XCAT World Championship, Salem Al-Adidi and Isa Al-Ali, the uncle and nephew driving combination in boat 33. Now they are competing for a result, but they are not competing for championship points. Okay, because this is a wildcard entry for this round, so they can't interfere in the championship result in case you were concerned about that. The HPI racing team out of Italy in 7th place for Rosario Schiano di Colla and his younger brother Giuseppe. Dimitri finishing in 8th, also from Italy. 2 of 4 Italian teams competing here today. Roberto Lopiano and Maurizio Canando in 8th, and in 9th, and the last of our running finishers was Consul Brokers, with Andrea Comello and Joachim Kumlen, the throttleman and helmsman, and finishing in 9th. We had 3 retirements. Of course, the flip over of New Star Racing from Russia. Kuwait, with also engine issues when they went to start up initially. All sorts of engine alarms went off and they really didn't even get to start the race, which is a real shame for Abulatif Al Omani and Mustafa Al Dashti, and Videx, who lost an engine not long after the race start. And that engine sank to the bottom of the Sunset Beach Bay here at Dubai. So luckily for them though, XCAT from Sweden came to the rescue and gave them a spare engine. So they'll be competing today as well. Also, all of the teams really helped enormously in getting Videx back out there. And New Star Racing wanted to thank all the teams formally for helping them after their flip over and seeing them back in action. They had a bit of a practice run before, but great to see our team from Russia, who have been very promising of recent times, gaining a good result over in China, 4th place result in the opening race there, and moving up in the championship as a result of that, and with 2 teams not competing here this weekend, being sadly the Blue Roo, due to Paul Vurig Nielsen not being still on the recovery trail, and we send him our best regards, and John Trigg Barton also, who's not here. So the Blue Roo is not competing, as is not XCAT as well, hence why they were able to give the engine over to Videx and help them out to get back. Eric Stark, who you saw interviewed by Emanuele on the pontoon, very different seeing him not in his race gear, and Sebastian Groth, the youngest driver in XCAT Racing, who is here along with the rest of the team, supporting everyone else, and they're not competing with us as well. So 12 boats taken to the shore. You can see the championship points, 171 points going to Abu Dhabi 4, only 4 points in front of Maritimo from Australia. Can the Australians do it? 167 points for Tom Barry Cotter and Ross Willerton and their fully Australian designed and built XCAT. Dubai Police in 3rd at 165 points, only 2 points behind. That's 6 points between the top 3, and 26 points behind Abu Dhabi 5, Rashid Ataya and Majid Al Mansouri. But Dubai Police, Hanif Al Safan and Nadir Bin Hendi, keep your eye on them. They're going to be pushing hard. As Emanuele Ferraris Di Celle joins me in commentary. He's back from the pontoon. welcome back.
I'm back. I'm everywhere. Thank you, Paul.
It's going to be a great race, mate.
My gosh, it's going to be really amazing. Yeah, because more or less whoever wins the championship.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Unless something goes horribly wrong, that's pretty much what's going to happen. And we're looking at some of the team managers now, and you can see Sunset Beach here in Dubai. This is a magnificent city if you haven't been here. It grows and grows and grows every time we get to visit. There's a bit of an overhead view of the coastal area of Sunset Beach, where we are here in Dubai.
That's our pontoon with the crane where we were just some minutes ago. Yeah, all the boats getting ready.
Crystal clear water. You can see some people swimming over in the distance. That's Emmanuel.
And let me say, pardon if I interrupt, it's nice to see that the one on top right is New Star Racing.
Yes.
We didn't interview them because they were still not sure to get in the water. They are in the water. Yeah, that's me. Hello.
And
That's us.
welcome to you all, Emanuele and Paul. I'm the better looking one. No, thank you.
It's our booth, our small booth. That's
Yes.
where
welcome
we watch everything.
Welcome to our home. Thank you for joining us on our live stream. Wherever you are joining us from around the world, good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever it may be, you are in for a race and a half. If yesterday is any indication, that was just incredible. The wind has built up a little bit, Emanuele.
Yeah.
It was so calm this morning, so still. But the wind has built up, so we're going to see some action. No doubt a lot of low-level flying during this race.
It's still, as Saul Lubaco from Boat 22 was saying, it's mainly flat water, a very fast race. But this can't disturb anyway because it's enough one gust of wind, and if you are airborne in that moment, it will disturb the movements, the behavior of the boat. So they need to be really careful. Yeah.
Well, we saw yesterday with New Star when I spoke to Dimitri about what happened, and he said, look, no one did anything. I just turned in, hit a wave. There was a lot of waves, a lot of traffic, and over it went. It went up real high and straight over. Really nothing you could do. And it's all about that, isn't it? Because once you get other XCATs going right beside you very quick, all heading for the same corner, and you're trying to take it as tight as you can. They got an amazing start, by the way. They were right up into the mix from their grid position all the way up. But yeah, these things happen. Abu Dhabi 4 still to leave the pontoon, as are the rest of them. They're just about to get going now.
They're in the best position, of course, today because they lead the championship. They start first. So if they have a good start and no trouble, it could be the easiest for the 3 or 4 teams that are competing for the championship. The situation is the easiest for them because when you are in front, of course, you have clear water. You don't have so much trouble. And let's not forget, as Rashid Al Tayer from the other boat of Abu Dhabi number 5 was saying, in a good way, but I will play some team strategies.
Oh, for sure.
Like we saw yesterday with a long lap, they were first. It's not the moment to take a long lap, but the second boat was their buddies, and so they said, okay, then we will switch position again.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
And it was a very clever strategy, and sadly, because of the speed of Dubai police, it just didn't work, but by 1/10 of a second.
Yeah.
So it was well worth taking, and knowing that if you do lose the lead, you lose it to your teammate or to your stablemate rather than to a competitor, which is the way it should be. Sebastiano Pelecchia on screen now, the sporting director. Alongside him, we also have our UIM general here.
Yeah, exactly. Dennis Wilson from Ireland. Then on his right, not on the screen, is Jean-Marie Van Lanker from, it's behind, Jean-Marie Van Lanker from Belgium. And it's the commissioners. Okay, Sebastiano is with our organization. The other two are from the UIM, the World Powerboating Federation. They're on top of the tower, actually on top, two stories above our heads at the moment, controlling everything, connected with all the radios, all the rescue, all the teams, and so on.
We've already had a championship decided that was here yesterday. Australian Team Maritimo of Tom Barry-Cotter and Ross Willerton are the 2019 UIM XCAT pole position world champions. 130 points to them after scoring pole yesterday. Second in the pole position championship, Abu Dhabi 5 for Rashid Al Tayer, Majed Al Mansouri, and Abu Dhabi 4. Third, not bad, getting 2 in the top 3, Sean Torrente and Faleh Al Mansouri. So congratulations to our new pole position champions. You're having a look at our start lap in green, and now we're following the race lap, 6 left turns and 1 right to the setup, and the red we're looking at now is the long lap, and you'll see that from turn 3 they head all the way up and then rejoin down at turn 6 where they need to take extreme care for other XCATs. And yesterday we saw how close it was between Dubai Police and Abu Dhabi 5 when they returned from their long lap. So 3.39 nautical miles for the start lap, 3.33 nautical miles for the 14 race laps, 2 compulsory long laps that must be taken after lap 3 of 3.94 nautical miles for a total course distance of 57.89 nautical miles in perfect conditions here. Slight wind around 26 degrees Celsius.
The race should last around 40-45 minutes. 40. You see a drone
Little
flying
drone.
by, yeah. Well, we have nice graphics with Falal Mansour and Sean Torrente, drivers of boat number 4. Yeah, you can see a lot of information about them.
Yeah, good stuff. Great boat. I mean, the fight they put on yesterday and the speed, they just got faster and faster, didn't they? A second a lap, they were gaining on the rest of the field, including their teammates. And Maritimo from Australia, the boat designed and built in Queensland, on Queensland's Gold Coast, that did host an XCAT round back in 2015. Tom Barry Cotter and Ross Willardon, both who live as residents of the Gold Coast, which is really Australia's water sports capital, if you like. There are more boats owned in that part of Australia than any other part of Australia for the number of people that live there. So it's a pretty extraordinary place. And I'm sure we have a lot of people on our web stream from the Gold Coast watching on. Abu Dhabi 5 now, Rashid Abtaya, Majid Al Mansouri, one of 4 teams from the UAE competing in this final round. They've been very consistent all season as well. They took pole position at the Grand Prix of China for both of the pole position qualifyings and got 2 second places there as well. In the last round in November back in Shanghai. Arif Al-Zafain and Nadir bin Hendi, no introduction needed to these, the 2 most successful offshore powerboat races in history. And here they are in their Dubai Police liveried XCAT. We saw the actual Dubai Police XCAT go out there and had a drag race against our own Pace Cat, which is always something great whenever you come to Dubai. And the police did beat our XCAT, sadly, our XCAT Pace Cat, which is 750 horsepower. You see them on screen now. There's Pasquale Cesana with the UAE flag in tribute to everybody who's here.
That's the Dubai Police boat, the real
there it
one
is,
behind us.
right on cue. There it is.
Passing in front of us.
There you go.
We are really on the shore where all this public, you can see on the rocks, all this public is in front of us. We are so close to the race course, to the finish line. It's amazing.
They get splashed by them when they're overtaking each other.
It's area,
look, got some fans waving to them as well. Maritimo goes past now. So for those of you who are here, give them a big wave. That's the salute to the UAE as they make their way by and head towards the milling area. You'll listen to how loud the engines are revving just to start pushing that power and getting the XCAT out there. 2,400 kilograms per XCAT, 800 horsepower per XCAT. That gives us close to 10,000 horsepower when the green flag goes up and Sunset Beach roars to life. The Victory team back here in XCAT Racing. Also, welcome back to them after a 2-year absence. HPI Italia out there as well, gives it a big rev.
Yeah, revving up. Yeah. I think there's a mic also catching the sound from outside because we see it from here. So that would be great if the public home can really hear this.
I'm watching our cameraman almost get wet as they power on by, and it was fascinating yesterday when we saw overtaking between Maritimo and 222 Offshore right here on the start-finish line. It was so thrilling for everybody who's watching, and we're in a very unique position here for the first time at the Sunset Beach here in Dubai because the actual level we're watching from is higher than sea level, so it offers a fantastic view for everybody who is here as we see them get sent out. And we are here thanks to our hosts, the Dubai International Marine Club, with the support and patronage of His Highness Sheikh Mansour bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, President of the Dubai International Marine Club, the Dubai Sports Council and the UAE Marine Sports Federation. They've been wonderful hosts. We've been treated like royalty since we arrived here on Tuesday, and we're looking forward to the end of a great season.
Yeah, it's been one of the best events that I can remember. The joint work, as we always say, from UIM as a promoter and the IMC as local organizer. The event that came out is really amazing, friendly, media friendly, big VIP hospitality, big areas for the public, so close to the race course. Everything is perfect. And the location itself, Sunset Beach, is nice. It's the first time that we race here, but we really like it.
You see the Pace Cat just swinging around now, trying to get everybody into their gates. and making sure everything's in order. Pasquale
Like a
Cesano.
sheepdog.
Yeah, like a sheepdog, exactly, like an Australian sheepdog. And really, it is a difficult job because they've got to get it all together and get everybody ready and in their gates and in order. And until that happens, you will see a yellow flag. When that happens, you'll see a green flag, and we'll listen in on Pasquale Cesano, our official starter.
I'll try as soon as he says something else. I'll try to have all the.
He gets very colourful, folks, so a little pre-warning, he can get colourful on the radio. Passionate Italian. Have a look at this overhead shot here, isn't that beautiful? The city, the amazing city of Dubai, the Burj Al Khalifa, the tallest building in the world in the background there, and Sunset Beach.
Okay, if you stay just 96, again, slow down, 20, don't move. Stay like this, stay like this.
You see, in this moment, it's all the time over the radio like this. It's Pasquale Cesano telling to all the teams to keep their position because, of course, the procedure can't be infringed. They have to stay in their position. And when they are all okay, they will get the yellow flag. That means speed up, stay 20 to 10 meters close to the one ahead of you. And then all of a sudden they will get a green flag and we will play the radio over the mic to hear go, 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 these shouts, which is, yeah.
Okay, yellow flag.
This is yellow flag, so we get it there.
Accelerate, stay in position, start to accelerate, waiting on the green. Let's wait for Pasquale to call the... And there he goes, we're racing here in Dubai for the last time of the 2019 XCAT, UIM XCAT World Championship, blasting across flat out towards the second turn of the racecourse, which becomes the first turn for our opening lap. It's Abu Dhabi 4 in front, Dubai Police, Abu Dhabi 5 and Maritimo, Victory and HPI not far behind. Abu Dhabi 5, Abu Dhabi 4 on the inside, Dubai Police slightly on the outside, Maritimo in between the two Abu Dhabi entries, but it looks like he's going to slot in behind.
Yeah, we'll see. It depends on this turn, the first left turn. Everything will be decided at least for the first lap because this is going to be really tricky. With all the sprays, the best trajectory is for the boats on the left, on the top part of the screen. This is the second part of the pack, while Consul Broker seems to be very slow. HPI, it's okay, yeah, they're probably faster than Kuwait. But we want also to see the top ones, because that's where, yeah, there's Abu Dhabi 4 in the lead. And should be maybe Maritimo. They didn't start perfectly, but they had the best path behind Abu Dhabi 4, of course. So we will see.
Sean Torrente and Faleh Al Mansouri throttles to the carbon fibre now as they head towards the third turn. And our first right turn of the course. Then it's all lefts from there. Coming towards the back section now, passing the yachts in the distance. And this incredible Sunset Beach course, absolutely flat out now, touching on 200 kilometres per hour on the water. 800 horsepower and over 10,000 roaring past us very shortly as they come across the start finish for their first of 14 race laps, along with 2 long laps, being 17 total with the start lap. So there's an overtake there.
Yeah.
Now that was
seemed to be.
It looked like Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, or a mistake from Maritimo from the shape. It's really bright over there against the sun. So we will see. Anyway, the first turn is on this side is for Abu Dhabi 4. Then we will see if it's Dubai Police or Abu Dhabi 5.
Beautifully handled through turn 6 for Abu Dhabi 4 there. But something's happened behind. I think there's a change. Maritimo up into second.
Great.
They've got past Dubai Police. And that's what was the overtaking move we saw the silhouette of.
So it was Dubai Police probably slowing down a bit, yeah.
The championship title fighters coming past us now, flat out. Abu Dhabi 4, Maritimo right behind, 2.0 seconds behind. Abu Dhabi 5, another 2 seconds behind. Dubai Police, 0.3 of a second, 1.3, sorry, behind Abu Dhabi 5. Victory Team, 222 offshore, Kuwait, HBI, Videx, and Dimitri, the top 10.
So it's like 2 second gap between Abu Dhabi 4 and Maritimo. We will see what will happen next lap. Who is faster than the two? It's going to be tough. Then Abu Dhabi 5, 4 seconds. And then Dubai Police, it was less than 1 second to Abu Dhabi 5. They were almost side to side on the finish line of this first start lap.
Victory Team coming up to Dubai Police. Salim Al-Adidi and Isa Al-Ali almost making an overtaking move, and thinking better of it heading into the corner.
This means a problem for 222 offshore because they moved from 5th to 6th. We will see probably another engine issue.
And Victory Team fans, Dubai Police fans need not worry. Even if Victory goes by, it will not affect them in the championship. They will get a result. They will not get championship points as a wildcard entry. As we look at Abu Dhabi 4, looking magnificent out there on the seas of Dubai. Maritimo continuing the pursuit. It's the UAE versus Australia. The USA driver, the only driver from the USA in the Abu Dhabi.
Look how they crossed the wake. They were on the left side. Now they move on the right side. They can't stay straight behind. They're trying the best on the left, on the right. And we will see. It's big hell of a chase for Maritimo.
If they stay close behind, there's no way they can see where they're going, yeah? And also they want to get out of that wake, don't they? So it's an interesting move there. Maritimo going hard at it, aren't they? Tom Barry Cotter and Ross Willard. And I saw when you spoke to Ross, even though he seemed very open that you could still see how tense he was, and I noticed that Tom Barry Cotter kept his, just stood that way, and I think it was like, I'm focused. I really need to think about what the race ahead. But Sean Torrente, I spoke to him this morning, and I can't believe how committed they are to being back-to-back XCAT world champions. They're our defending champions from last season, of course. They lead the championship, but only after yesterday. Dubai Police were leading up until that point.
Big jumps around this corner. Sometimes it seems that Maritimo is really there, like almost kissing the engines of Abu Dhabi 4. It depends also on the angle of the camera, but they're really close anyway.
Abu Dhabi 4 comes to their second
a problem for
line.
New Star. So they actually had the start. We couldn't see them. They were moving very slow, so they started in, of course, in last position.
And a real shame for New Star because their crew worked all night. They've had like 2 hours sleep. All the other teams have helped them, and just to get that boat back. And just to remind you, they did flip over on the opening lap of yesterday's race. So sad to see them coming around so slowly after all that hard work. Our team from Russia are running so well here. 8th in the championship with 47 points is how they're going to bow out, unless they can fix the problem and come back in. But well done to New Star Racing. 7th overall in China, 10th at the opening round, and 9th in the pole position rankings for the season for our team from Russia. And it's also worth noting they were 4th in the Fujairah Challenge Trophy held earlier in March that didn't count for points. Abu Dhabi 4 in the lead, just over 2/10 of a second. No, 2/10 of a second ahead of Maritimo.
2 seconds actually.
Yeah, 2 seconds ahead of Maritimo. Abu Dhabi 5 is 7 seconds away in 3rd. Dubai Police 11 seconds away in 4th, but that's only 3 seconds away from Abu Dhabi 5. Still not where we expect them to be. 222 Offshore running in 5th. Seems to be 5th for everything for them this season.
But there's been a problem for Victory Team because they moved from 5th to 8th position, and it's not a long lap because we are already still at the beginning. I don't think that they could. They shouldn't take the long lap before, so it probably may be a problem for Victory Team. While it seems to me that we could have 2 main battles between Abu Dhabi 4 and Maritimo for the first spot, and Abu Dhabi 5 and Dubai Police for the 3rd spot, at least at the moment. The gap between the two groups is less than 2 seconds. So we'll see. Of course, it's not enough for Dubai Police if they want to win the championship.
And remember the gap between Abu Dhabi 4 and Maritimo. There they are on screen now, 1st and 2nd as we approach the 3rd lap of the race. And long laps will be applicable once they cross the start-finish line this time around. The gap between them is only 4 points. The gap down to 3rd is only 2 points away. 6 points separating the top 3 in the championship. Abu Dhabi 4, Maritimo and Dubai Police at the moment. And Dubai Police are down in 4th at the moment, but Abu Dhabi 5, who are currently 4th in the championship hunt, are in 3rd position, and they're 7 seconds behind Maritimo at the moment. But the gap we're looking at here is between 1st and 2nd. It's only 2.3 seconds.
And joining us here in the commentary booth is Riccardo Lacognata, head of the President Office with the UIM, which is, of course, the World Powerboating Federation and the promoter of this championship. Riccardo, first impressions?
And it was a breathtaking start. I watched it upstairs from the roof, and it was incredible. And it's incredible. I mean, the fight between Abu Dhabi 4 and Maritimo 12, it's unbelievable. I mean, they're giving all that they can, and I'm pretty sure that there will be surprises as soon as they decide to take the long laps. So stay cool, man.
This is the kind of events that we want to see.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm pretty thrilled. Yesterday was a great race, but today, I mean, they're giving all that they can. It's unbelievable, unbelievable.
Championship fight to the very end, Ricardo. Just quickly, some exciting plans for next season. I know you can't tell us a lot, but you've been working very, very hard along with the UIM as both the governing body of world motorsport and the promoter of the XCAT World Championship to bring us something pretty special for next year. Yeah, it's a very strange situation. We're in a hybrid situation as a world governing body and at the same time the promoter. This is not our job, but we are pretty happy that we've been doing this so far successfully. And for the future, there will be surprises coming soon. I cannot tell you that much. I understand that you had to ask, but I have to stay silent. Thanks for dropping in, Ricardo. You're welcome anytime. We've got a race to call now. And
thank you, guys. Next time I will knock at the window like yesterday and selling carpets. Bye-bye.
Thanks, mate. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Ricardo
Always very nice.
the head of the UIM President's Office, and the XCAT head of Strategy, Business Development and Legal, paying us a little visit. Abu Dhabi 4, 3 seconds ahead of Maritimo. Maritimo is bringing that, well, in fact, Abu Dhabi 5 has increased that gap to them by about half a second on that lap. This is lap 4 out of 17 in total, including the 2 long laps still to come. And we see that both 3.
Yeah, Dubai police, they went for their long laps immediately because they were chasing so close Abu Dhabi 5, it was good for them.
That makes sense. Absolutely great move by the 2 brilliant drivers of Abu Dhabi 5. Is that Maritimo? Now, again, I don't know about angles, but I think Maritimo is making a move on Abu Dhabi 4, heading towards the last turn where they're very strong. We're looking at Abu Dhabi 4 now, but check out how close Maritimo is. It could have been just the angle we're looking at, but
yeah, sometimes it's the angle, but yeah,
no, they're getting closer.
Still there. They're
still
there.
Edging ever closer, aren't they? This championship fight's going to go to the very last lap. You know that, Emanuele.
Yeah, they won't give up, of course. There's too much at stake today.
And Abu Dhabi 5 are sitting there in third, going, "Yeah, boys, keep going, keep fighting. We'll pick up the pieces, just like Maritimo did yesterday."
So the gap now is still 3 seconds, like last lap. They didn't lose nothing.
I think it was just Maritimo going very wide towards that turn 6 because they're very strong there, as you pointed out, and it looked like they were much closer than what they actually were. So,
2-2 offshore in fourth at the moment. I will keep an eye on Dubai Police because let's not forget they are so good in strategies. They have Ragesh Elayadat, which is team manager and radio man from the radio station where all the radio men are, and he's deciding the strategies for the team according to what is happening on the race course. They are so good at that. Like yesterday, we saw them overtaking in the end Abu Dhabi 5 because of the long lap strategy. So it's the only thing they can do. As we see this nice shot crossing the wave, that's Maritimo.
Maritimo going out wide and right across the wake of Abu Dhabi 4, trying different lines, throwing everything at the UAE team, the defending UIM XCAT World Champions. Abu Dhabi 4, Sean Talente, Faleh Al Mansouri really giving it their all now.
As you see on the right turn, they will stay on a wider way, of course, because they don't want to get into the bubbles of the... No, they get actually inside. Anyway, it's chasing means also moving from one side to the other.
I'll tell you who's having a great race. Kuwait up into 5th, ahead of the victory team in 6th. Great job by Al-Bulativ Al-Omani and Mustafa Al-Dashti, because they really have had problems all weekend. It's great to see them move up. Dubai Police doing another long lap. Now, this is an interesting strategy. So early, getting their long laps out of the way. Now, maybe they know something we don't. Maybe they haven't used all their speed.
I'm sure the Ragesh Elayadat, the team manager, thought if they get in now and they do some normal laps, they will find themselves in the pack, disturbed by the others. So let's get off with these long laps immediately. And then it's a matter of the others taking the long laps, and for us it's just pushing. We will see in the end because they are so good at this.
And I'm no meteorologist, right? But the wind level is dropping since the race has started. So there could be more and more speed to be found as Maritimo tries everything to edge closer to Abu Dhabi 4. Now, just on the point before I forget, for the Blue Roo, the Australian team, also run by the Norwegian guys that are not here, Lars Inge Grave was so nice enough, the chief engineer of that team, to send me a message last night wishing everybody a fantastic, safe race, and informing us that Paul is improving with every day. We send Paul our best regards. We send the whole Blue Roo team our best regards. thanks for the message, and we look forward to seeing you next season in the Blue Roo or whichever XCAT that Norwegian team will be in. You're great competitors, and we love having you in the series.
Hi to everybody, to Paul, to JT, to Lars, from all the staff, of course. Meanwhile, fifth lap is over, and Abu Dhabi 4 is still in the lead, but Maritimo closed the gap by 1 second, which is a lot. From 3 to 2 seconds seems nothing, but it's a lot. Very close. So maybe the boat is a bit faster, but they still have to cross those wakes. It's tough, but it's so interesting. It's years that we don't see such a challenge until the last minute of the championship.
You're looking at the Italo-Australian entry of 222 offshore of Darren Nicholson from Newcastle in Australia. Multiple champion in various different disciplines of powerboat racing, and one of the most highly regarded ocean racers in the world. Maritimo's on screen now. We're not seeing, you can see the wake from Abu Dhabi 4 in front, so they're not too far behind still. And Giovanni Capitella from Venice, the Veneziano, one of the most accomplished racers in our XCAT field in 222 offshore, who have been very, very strong this weekend. Currently 5th in the championship with 89 points.
Well, it's long laps also for number 20, Dimitri, for 33 victory, for 46, Consul Broke for 96 HPI Racing Team, not for 222 offshore, who are on the screen. So 222 offshore at the moment, they stand in 4th position, 22 seconds to the leaders, and 10 seconds to Abu Dhabi 5 in 3rd position. Followed by Kuwait, then Videx, no long laps for them, good 6th at the moment. HPI, Dubai Police down to 8th, but with 2 long laps already done. Victory Team, Consul Brokers, Dimitri, and that's it.
Interesting move by Dimitri to get both of their long laps done so early too. We'll see how that plays out. They've been pretty strong here, particularly during the rougher seas. Abu Dhabi 4, our leaders are going to go on their long lap. They have declared that they will be taking their long lap.
This is interesting. They will find themselves, I think, in 3rd position behind Abu Dhabi 5, behind their stablemates, as you say, their cousins. So it's interesting. Normally, as we always say, the leaders don't do long laps early, but this is probably because they will find just behind their Abu Dhabi 5 stablemates.
But yesterday that would have been a friendly situation. Today, even their teammates are trying to win the title. So they're not going to make it easy for them, that's for sure. It's all about this race. It's what it all comes down to for our top 4 competitors. HPI Italia team on screen now. Giovanni and Giuseppe and Rosario Scano di Collo racing there hard in that HPI racing. Doug Wright, XCAT, the only Doug Wright XCAT boat in the field. The rest are all built by the Victory team from right here in the UAE, and Maritimo from Australia.
So many things are happening because Abu Dhabi 5 went for the long lap as well. So now Maritimo is first, at least for 1 lap. They're first, followed by 222 offshore, no long laps. Then Abu Dhabi 4 and Abu Dhabi 5. So revolution.
Videx taking their long lap this time around. That's boat 22. Lost an engine yesterday early in the race. Sadly sank to the bottom, but luckily XCAT gave them another Mercury race offshore. 450 horsepower engine to 400 horsepower engine to strap on and get back into the racing, and the spirit of competitiveness within the field is alive and well. Maritimo leaders now.
The only chance for Maritimo now is they have clear water is to push as hell and gain all the advantage they can and wish for what's actually not happening. I was thinking just 1 minute ago, 30 seconds ago, like a 222 offshore disturbing Abu Dhabi 4, but that didn't happen because Abu Dhabi 4 is faster, so they already overtook. So the only chance for Maritimo is not wishing for anybody else, for help from anybody, but just to push now that they are in the lead.
I can understand why Maritimo's team manager and engineers would have decided to do this. They know they have straight line. They know they have incredible straight line speed. Yesterday, you saw them get alongside 222 offshore, Abu Dhabi 5, and just see you later, you know, just power on past them down the straight. Now, if that's the sort of speed they can show again now, maybe they can make up enough ground. But there's sort of the counter to that argument that Maritimo now announcing that on this lap, they were on lap 7, when they complete it, they will be taking their long lap. The other side to that argument is if you leave it too long to the leaders, anything could happen, and maybe a strategy. I was surprised they didn't go when Abu Dhabi 4 went, actually, Emanuele, but they know how much speed they got, and they know how good their boat is here.
after that happened, anyway, I am surprised that they taking their long lap now. Of course, I'm not the strategist, I'm not their team manager, but I would have said now that you are lucky to be in the lead because the others went earlier, then keep the lead and push like hell because you have clear water, you're not disturbed. It's the chance to go as fast as you can. But they went, they know better than us, of course.
Look at it dancing from sponsor to sponsor. The Dubai Police gets airborne. They're pushing hard after having done their long laps. They know how important this is and they'll be inspired by the fact that Maritimo's gone on their long lap. So pushing very, very hard there. Arif Al-Safain and Nadir Bin Hendi. After an electrical problem, they were running right up the front yesterday in second place, going very, very hard. Then an electrical issue slowed them down. They were lucky to make it home.
So after the long lap of Maritimo, they are still in the lead. With 222 offshore, second, no long laps, but they're still in the lead. So Abu Dhabi 4, no way, let me see. Abu Dhabi 4 got a penalty run. This is what you see. We couldn't see actually in the sea. We got this communication now.
It's a penalty lap, yes?
Yeah, a penalty lap. So that's why they are now down to fourth and they still have to take the other compulsory long lap. So Maritimo is in the lead and wow.
Disastrous situation for Abu Dhabi 4, our championship leaders and defending UIM XCAT world champions. I don't know what the penalty was for. Manuel is getting on the radio.
Yeah,
now.
I'm getting on the radio for some seconds if I
Try
can
and
catch
find
some
out
info.
what happened there. But Abu Dhabi 4, this is tragic for them. We still have a lot of laps left in this race. It's lap 8 out of 17, so we're not yet at halfway as the pace cat crosses the course. So we're not yet at the halfway point of this race, but you look at the fact that they've got 27 seconds to catch Maritimo. Not going to be easy from where they are, but anything can happen. We thought yesterday they were wiped out from trying to win, and look what happened there. They performed brilliantly. Our overhead shots, thanks to our friends at Dubai TV, of Maritimo pounding the water hard. And that's Australian designed and built XCAT, the first ever Australian designed and built XCAT. And to everybody watching us from the Gold Coast and the Maritimo company who put this amazing boat together, you should be very proud. It debuted with pole in Italy, in Stresa, the opening round back in July, and a second place in the opening race, a fifth place in the second race. Then 2 second places at the Grand Prix of China, 2 second place qualifying positions at the Grand Prix of China in November, and 2 victories, the race 2 and 3 wins, which popped them into contention for the championship and into second behind Dubai Police, and now they're leading as of their magnificent race result yesterday. Arif Al-Safain and Nadir Bin Hendi we're watching now. Dubai Police XCAT.
They're in 5th position now with 2 long laps already done. So now 222 offshore, they're in second, but they're taking their first long lap, so they will level with the others. Maritimo at the moment, we finished the 7th lap, but they are in the lead with 1 long lap. 1 long lap also for number 4 and for number 5. I couldn't get
They've basically lapped the whole field when you look at the way the situation is now. That will change after the long lap, but this is certainly looking good.
Now Abu Dhabi 5, move to second. I couldn't get any information on the radio now. We have to understand that could be really hard even for the judges, the commissioners after the race, because the penalty run for sure has a reason, but when there is at stake the World Championship, it's going to be hard.
They wouldn't have handed it out lightly, that's for sure. Of course. But it did come very early, so maybe it was a starting infringement.
Probably, you're right, absolutely.
That would explain for it to come so early in the race and within 2 or 3 laps, you know. So Maritimo 15.9 seconds ahead after coming back from their long lap, ahead of Abu Dhabi 5. They're both title contenders. Abu Dhabi 4 up into 3rd now, 29.78 seconds. 222 offshore, dropping from because of their long lap down to 4th now. They were 2nd, 37 seconds behind the leaders. And Dubai Police running off the top 5 ahead of the victory team, HBI Racing, Kuwait, Videx, Dimitri, and Consul Brokers, with New Star Racing, unfortunately, sadly, out of this race by the looks of it.
And what I'm thinking, I'm trying to reckon, Abu Dhabi 4 and Dubai Police in 3rd and 5th are divided by only 16 seconds. A long lap should be around 20 seconds. Dubai Police has taken already both. Abu Dhabi 4 still has 1 to take. So after the long lap, the second long lap of Abu Dhabi 4, except for the penalty that they already got, Dubai Police should find themselves in front also of Abu Dhabi 4 in third position. So it would be a disaster for Abu Dhabi 4, really. Dubai Police wouldn't win the championship, of course, because it would be Marittimo if it's like that.
Well,
but it would be really terrible.
Whoever stays in front is going to be the title winner to
Yeah.
the end. Sebastiano Pellicchia on screen now, along with Dennis, our UIM.
They will have a lot to talk after the race if this penalty has been given. Of course, as you said, not lightly. There must be a reason, but
What a
yeah.
shot. What a
Yeah.
shot, Emanuele. Have a look at
Beautiful.
this Australian engineering, my friend.
Yeah.
Let's teach you Italians a thing or two, mate. No, seriously, beautiful, isn't it? Just, if you remember at Stresa, on smooth water, this boat was very unstable. It was fast, it got pole position, but it was unstable. It was jumping around everywhere. We thought, oh, you know, will this boat be good? It's taken them the third round to really perfect this boat, and it's just running brilliantly here in the XCAT World Championship, and a real tribute to the engineering team that was led by Tom Barricotta and the Marittimo team in designing and building that and refining it to get it to this point with only 3 rounds in this championship. Done extremely well. That's Dubai Police, I think we're looking at now. Coming straight at us. Doing it well, yes, boat 3, Dubai Police, Arif Al-Safain and Nadir Bin Hendi.
Well, Marittimo finished the 8th lap, 23 minutes, 9 seconds of racing. Abu Dhabi 5 seconds, 18 seconds. Then Abu Dhabi 4, 32 seconds because the two offshore took their second long lap, so they moved back in their real position. Dubai Police is fourth at 48 seconds, pardon. Let's remind you that Abu Dhabi 5 and 4 both have to take 1 long lap. And Dubai Police gained another second to Abu Dhabi 4. So, yeah, maybe after the second long lap, Abu Dhabi 4 will find themselves behind. We will see. So these are the top 4. Marittimo, Abu Dhabi 5, 4 and Dubai Police.
Victory team with us on screen now, returning after a 2-year absence. This is a brand new Victory design boat, the first ever running of this XCAT boat. The team managers and team staff looking on there, talking to their drivers, getting some advice from the kids, helping about. Strategist, chief strategist for
They were
Dimitri.
actually the 2 kids of Roberto Lopiano, the ones
Yes.
with the lizard green jersey. He's racing in boat number 20 Dimitri with Maurizio Carando.
And we're looking at the HPI racing team now, High Performance Italia. They're 6th in the championship with 79 points. They're 10 points behind 222 Offshore in that battle to get into the top 5 in the championship. Giuseppe Scaladicolla and his brother Rosario. Now Rosario is the younger brother, I got that wrong earlier. And he started out in motocross racing and changed to professional powerboat racing last year at 25 years of age. First full season in the XCAT World Championship, and the 2 young guys are guided ably by their father, who's a legendary racer, Tonino Scano, started racing in 1997.
Second long lap for Abu Dhabi 5. This lap, which is actually getting into the 10th lap. So we will see if they are second now. They will move to third for sure. Maybe also to 4th position. We will wait for them to cross the line after the long lap. Then it's going to be only 1 long lap left for Abu Dhabi 4, talking about the top 4. And we will see, because after that it's only racing straight, no strategies anymore.
Yep. Not many laps to go when you think about it.
Now the gap is huge because Marittimo has already passed the finish line for the 9th lap. We're still waiting for the second. It was Abu Dhabi 5, but they went for the long lap. Then it should be Abu Dhabi 4 crossing the line in 2nd position, and there they are. The gap is 34 seconds. Wow! But you know what?
Yep.
If they Abu Dhabi 4 already took 2 long laps, one is a penalty one is a compulsory one,
But they
and
still-
Marittimo took both, and it's 34 seconds gap between the two. So Marittimo was so much quicker.
Yep.
Amazing how fast that boat goes.
Yeah, they really want this title, don't they? Tom Barricotta and Ross Wood, and both highly established racers, both on the international and the Australian offshore powerboat racing scenes. So we look at HPI Italia at the moment. They're currently racing the HPI racing team in 7th. They're behind the Victory team in 6th. Now, I've got to remind everyone watching on our YouTube live stream to please watch yesterday's race, because the action did not stop.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. Now, while we've got a close battle here for the title, you had to see what took place yesterday to get us in this position.
Yeah.
Tom
Even if-
Barricotta's mother and girlfriend, that's Leslie Barricotta, and Chloe, watching on there. She doesn't look too concerned, but I can see a little bit of stress there.
I
Now,
mean,
unfortunately, Tom's father, Bob Barricotta, was banned from coming. But a big hello to you.
hello,
Bill Barry
Bill.
Collins,
Bill, yeah,
say. Bill,
absolutely, yeah,
a big hello to you, and all the best for your son and their team. Doing a great job no matter what happens. But they're doing it pretty well at the moment. 34 seconds in front, Maritimo, on the 11th lap of this race. Abu Dhabi 5 in third. They're 45 seconds behind Maritimo. Dubai Police in fourth, 50 seconds behind, so another 5 seconds to them. And 222 Offshore in fifth, now making a minute behind Maritimo. Behind them, HBI Racing Team, the Victory Team, Kuwait, Videx, Dimitri, and Consul Brokers.
Well, I see that Abu Dhabi 5 and Dubai Police are in third and fourth, 5 seconds between the two. So,
the Maritimo team engineer and team manager passing a kind of hand message to Tom and Ross, which was like extending his arms out wide. We didn't catch it on camera, but I'm not sure what that meant.
I have no idea what that
some
means.
Sort of hand signal. But if we can get the attention of our cameraman, and we'll see he's walking out there right now.
Yeah, and it's weird because they are connected via radio. Yeah, so we try and go to understand. But what I was saying, Abu Dhabi 5 and Dubai Police, there's 5 seconds gap between the two. So even after 2 long laps, Dubai Police were not able to overtake Abu Dhabi 5, as I predicted wrongly. So this means that they are losing chances to do well for this championship, for the race and for the championship as well. And Abu Dhabi 5 passing now third position. Maritimo first, 10 lap, 28 minutes of racing. Abu Dhabi 4, 36 seconds. Abu Dhabi 5, another 10 seconds. Dubai Police, another 9 seconds. So Dubai Police, not only they are behind Abu Dhabi 5, but also losing ground. And that should be 222 Offshore in fifth, and then all the others.
I'm
keeping
a close eye on Jeff. Yeah, he's one of the engineers, team manager for the Maritimo team. And he's trying to get some sort of signal without saying something over the radio that everyone will be able to hear. But it was a hand signal sort of spread out. Perhaps stay away from traffic. I don't know what it might have
really
been. Or the traffic's coming. But I've never seen a manager stand right out so close to the shore to get a message out to his team. But it could also be nerves.
Yeah.
Lap 12 out of 17 in total. Now Maritimo still to do their second long lap.
No, Maritimo, they're done.
Okay, they've done that. Dubai Police on screen now in fourth position. They're 6 seconds behind Abu Dhabi 5. Boat number 12 has only done one long lap.
Yeah.
That could be what he's trying to tell them by the arms out. Long lap.
Okay,
long lap.
we got a wrong communication on the screen. Yeah, absolutely. But still,
So
with 34 seconds to lead, they will still be first.
It's still a great gap. But think, Abu Dhabi 4 had to do 3.
Yeah, and
so
they
it's
still
an equally fantastic effort by them.
Yeah.
To look at some of our VIPs that are here this weekend. And thanks to the Dubai International Marine Club for this wonderful Sunset Beach venue and for being such great hosts this weekend for the final round for 2019 of the UIM XCAT World Championship. With big plans for next season, here we go. And Jeff signalled out there 1-1-1, probably meaning one more lap before you do your long one.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, so...
there is Mohamed Arib on the right from the DIMC, the managing director of Dubai International Marine Club, with other authorities. Unfortunately, I don't know all of them. I wish.
Well, I know who one of them definitely is His Highness Sheikh Mansour bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the president of the Dubai International Marine Club, Dubai Sports Council, and the UAE Marine Sports Federation, who are our hosts here.
Yeah, congratulations to them for this effort, for putting up such a great event. While at the 11th lap, Maritimo is first, 39 minutes, Abu Dhabi 4, 36 seconds. So if we say, as we said, that there is still one long lap for Maritimo, still they would be in the lead, and Abu Dhabi 4 still has to do another one. Abu Dhabi 5 is third at 48 seconds. Yeah?
Do you have the team manager's names? I need his surname, Jeff. You know that list?
Yeah. Okay. So 48 seconds for Abu Dhabi 5. And so even with a long lap for Maritimo, Abu Dhabi 5 will find themselves behind. So it seems comfortable at the moment. I don't want to be bad luck for them, but the situation has turned really.
Let's see what happens now on the team from Dimitri. Take a look and swing their arms up in the air. So something that they're not happy about right there. And it's Kurt Davies who's the team manager for Maritimo. But that's... So passing an instruction, we should see them take their long lap. They have to do it soon, lap 13. It's 4 laps to go in this little golf match. There's a lot of swings left. So
You know
it's
what?
Maritimo, Abu Dhabi 4 and Abu Dhabi 5. 36.6 seconds the gap between our three title contenders. 48 seconds down to Abu Dhabi 5. Dubai Police in 4th. 55 seconds behind. 222 Offshore still in 5th. Right, just breaking that 1 minute barrier to Maritimo.
If I were in Maritimo at the moment,
Wrong
shut
lap.
up, yeah.
Right now, just as you did it yesterday too, Emanuele.
Yes.
Unbelievable. He predicts that Maritimo will finish
Because
second.
I was saying they have enough gap to the second, so let's go now and take the practice away. Yeah.
Let me tell you, this guy is so tinny. He predicted yesterday that Maritimo would finish second on the last lap by overtaking Abu Dhabi 5, and of course they did, right there and then.
I need to be paid for what I say because I make things happen.
And Dubai Police also had a problem, so they made 2 positions on the last lap, and I'm thinking this is not going to happen, and of course it did. And you just said, you were about to say, if I was them, I'd go now, and bang, on the screen came the message. So
It's just a coincidence, I didn't know, but still, yeah.
You say you're not a strategist, but you're a wizard.
A wizard, yeah.
Andrea Comello and Joachim Kumlin on screen in the Consul Brokers boat. They did really well in the rough conditions during practice earlier this week. But at the moment, Consul Brokers running in 11th position. The VIP hospitality areas here. We have Audi of Germany here with their cars on display, and a group of VIP customers enjoying the action, and lots of UIM XCAT World Championship sponsors and associates enjoying the Dubai hospitality as Abu Dhabi 5 powers past us.
And now we can really say, after 2 long laps each, the first top boats are in the right position, except that second long lap compulsory for Abu Dhabi 4. And it's Maritimo leading Abu Dhabi 4, 13 seconds, Abu Dhabi 5, 24 seconds, and Dubai Police 32. So let's say even without the penalty lap, Abu Dhabi 4 has taken 2, 1 penalty, 1 compulsory. Even if they were only the compulsory ones, they would still find themselves in second position and lose the championship. At the moment, that would be like that.
It's incredible when you think about, even after that, the fact that they're only 13 seconds behind is a tribute to them. But Maritimo's speed, as you pointed out, has been truly extraordinary. Have a look at it, just streak away. And in front, Tom Barry Cotter and Ross Willardon having a great time out there, I'm sure. Wouldn't be feeling the stress like yesterday, because yesterday they had battles at the start of the race, they had battles in the middle of the race, and they had a battle all the way to the end of the race. And Tom came out and said to you it was the hardest race he'd ever driven.
That's what he said, absolutely. That's what he said yesterday. He was so stressed after.
And isn't it funny that, isn't it unusual that when it comes to the championship run, it's not easy, of course, it's hard, but it's nowhere near as challenging as what yesterday was.
Yeah. Still, anyway, they had a good start today, at least, because it didn't happen so many times as they crossed the wake of a lapped boat, drifting Maritimo boat. Then it's part of a sportsman like to try and keep concentrated as much as you can. Don't think of the long-term target, think of the short-term one. Just I have to finish this lap, and then next one I have to do this turn in the right way. And I have to overlap Dimitri boat, for instance, now, so you have to check that I cross the waves in the right way. Not thinking of the big deal, the big picture, because that could be stressing.
And this will be their second time lapping Dimitri, by the way. Unbelievable stuff with 2 long laps. This is incredible. It's incredible for Australia. It's incredible for the Maritimo team, for Tom Barry, Connor and Ross Willardon.
As they pass another time, 13 lap for them completed. As we wait for the others, Abu Dhabi 4, 5 and Dubai Police, then 222 Offshore, HPI, Victory, Kuwait, Videx, Dimitri and Consul Brokers.
Unbelievable stuff. You know, it's like one of those things you look at and you think, was this meant to happen? Because they're having such an incredible run. They've had bad starts. They had the engine issues yesterday, 6 laps without getting up to 60% of the power that they needed. Then suddenly that problem goes away and they're back in the hunt again. Then Dubai Police had their issue. Was this meant to be for these guys? Who knows? But they've tried for long enough, haven't they? Particularly in the case of Ross Willardon, who's been racing for many, many years, a multiple Australian offshore champion, 2012 Supercat World Champion for Ross, the throttleman. Tom Barry Cotter, world level powerboating veteran across several championships, mainly offshore. Class 1 races still in Australia. And they won the 2009 Australian Offshore Superboat Championship as well together, Tom Barry Cotter and Ross. What a combination. That's 10 years ago, guys. So, it's been a long time between drinks. And who would have thought that, it reminds me in terms of situations like Jack Brabham building his own car and winning the Formula One World Championship. Okay, this is nothing near as big, but it's a very similar situation where they have built their own XCAT, they've taken on the world, and maybe, just maybe, they're going to beat them. They've already got the pole position World Championship.
At the moment, they did their job for another lap as they gained another 2 seconds on Abu Dhabi 4 in second position and another 2 seconds on Abu Dhabi 5 in third position. So yeah, step by step, we'll see. It's really tense also for us, really, because yeah, never seen such a situation with all these teams fighting.
So on lap 15 out of 17, Abu Dhabi 4 is 15.4 seconds behind Maritimo. Abu Dhabi 5 is just on another 6 seconds away in third position. Then it's Dubai Police, 34 points behind the leaders. 222 Offshore still in fifth, just a minute behind. HBI Racing is just 10 seconds behind 222 Offshore. They are fighting for fifth in the championship. Victory Team in seventh, Kuwait in eighth, Videx in ninth, and rounding off the top 10 is Dimitri.
And then Abu Dhabi 4 going for the second compulsory long lap. So now we are really sure that they got a penalty one and another 2 compulsory ones. They are trailing by 15 seconds to Maritimo, was completed now the 14th lap, 38 minutes to go. And yes, it's the second long lap for Abu Dhabi 4, so the gap now should be really huge between the two.
Oh, wow.
I think we will see Abu Dhabi 5 passing the line of the 14th lap before their cousins of Abu Dhabi 4.
It's good news for Rashid Al Taya and Majed Al Mansouri. But again, if you're going to lose it to anybody, that place in the championship, better to lose it to your teammates than to somebody else. So Sean Torrente and Faleh Al Mansouri, our defending champions, have really only got about a lap and a half more of enjoying their status as XCAT World Champions as a result of this race. And Maritimo looking like making World Powerboat history here today in Dubai. Boat number 12, immaculately presented.
It's really clean from top. The deck, it's really nice,
Beautiful.
different from all the others, yeah. And so Abu Dhabi 5 is in second, as we said, while we see Dubai Police speeding not the perfect day for them, but still in third position over Abu Dhabi 4, because with that penalty lap, Abu Dhabi 4 disaster in fourth position. 222 Offshore to follow, still the best of the rest, as we said, with Darren Nicholson earlier on the pontoon. Then HPI Racing Team chasing them. They gained 1 second. It was 10 seconds gap between the two, 9 seconds now, only 2 laps to go. That would be important for HPI to overtake 222 Offshore. They have 10 points gap in the championship for the 5th spot, but that wouldn't be enough anyway.
It's 10 to 11 at night in Australia right now, and in Queensland they don't have daylight savings, so it's 10 minutes to 10 p.m. Not too late. I'm sure there's plenty of people watching on our live stream at the moment. You're about to see history being made here by the Maritimo team of Tom Barry Cotter and Ross Willett, and 2 Gold Coast-based drivers and a Gold Coast-built and designed XCAT. First time ever made its debut at Stresa in Italy in July in the opening round at Lago Maggiore with pole position on debut, a 2nd place finish and a 5th place finish there. Then they went off into China and scored 2, qualified 2nd for both qualifying sessions and raced to 2 victories. The first victories for christened the boat on their first victories there in China back in November.
Can you imagine looking at these close shots of the two of them while there is the white flag ready for them? So it means last lap. I can't imagine. I'm tense just by looking at them and thinking what they are doing inside the cockpit.
To me, it looks like they're having a ball. They're having a ball. There's no one in front of them. The last lap flag is up. Pasquale Cesana is letting everybody know that we have reached that point. It's the end of the 2019 UIM XCAT World Championship season on approach. And for the first time, we have 2 Australian drivers who will take the UIM XCAT World Championship title if they can get around the next 6 turns.
Yeah, they still have the last 3 miles, less than 3 miles. That's Tom girlfriend, exactly.
Yeah, Chloe and his mother Leslie. And
wow.
You know, they've looked extremely calm throughout, I've got to say. Well done. They're either really good at hiding it.
While on the line, Abu Dhabi 5 is second and Dubai Police is third. Abu Dhabi 4 immediately fourth, just 4 seconds behind Dubai Police. But it's all on the guys you see on the screen from the helicopter. It's all on them.
And the top 4 have lapped the rest of the field. So
at the moment, yeah,
down,
because they still have to cross the line, so it's a big gap for them. Yeah,
Maritimo gets air on the last lap. That's Tom and Ross having a bit of fun there, I think, with the trim settings. They know the championship is very, very close indeed. No
An
conservatism.
Australian commentator today. What a chance! I mean,
I know. I mean, this is brilliant, eh? You would never have thought, huh? Never would have thought.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know, we look back at Australian involvement in the XCAT World Championship with the Blue Roo and Team Australia with Brett Lerman and Laurie Lerman. Hello to you in Australia.
Hello.
I'm sure you're watching, and the trail that you blazed that enabled other Australians to get involved has really led to this. So hello to you guys, and I hope you're as happy as we are here.
First woman to be a team manager in the championship. Let's
Correct.
remember,
Laurie
Laurie Brett has been the driver's representative, has been helping so much the sport. So hi
Very
to you
much
and big thanks. Part of the merit that you see on these screens goes, of course, to all of you.
And we also got to mention Darren Nicholson, who's a part of the 222 offshore team, and that Italian and Australian entry running in 5th. Again, more Australian involvement, paving that way for other Australians to get involved. And this is just an incredible time. I will be a bit favouriteist here, but I've got to say, they've done it brilliantly, haven't they? I mean, just superb. They're around the last turn now. It is throttles to the carbon fibre. This is history being made here in Dubai at Sunset Beach. For the first time ever, we're going to see
there they are. We can
Australian
see them with our eyes crossing the line almost. The checkered flag is ready.
And Maritimo are the 2019 UIM XCAT World Champions! Unbelievable stuff. Tom Barry-Cotter and Ross Willerton have done it here on the last lap of the final round of the 2019 UIM XCAT World Championship. And now we still await our second place boat. So a little
Still
bit
waiting
of a
for a
delay
second.
here.
Wow, I'm amazing. Fantastic.
So I'm just going to have a cappuccino while we wait for our second place, or a Foster's actually, to celebrate.
Oh, we can do this as you are Australian. Let's be a supporter for a second. How do you say over there, down under?
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi.
Ah, you got it right. Well done. Abu Dhabi 5 come home. 34.8 seconds. What a gap to Maritimo, our championship winners, and our pole position championship winners. What a roundup of this final round and season. Dubai Police in third, 42.18 seconds behind Maritimo. Abu Dhabi 4 comes home 43 seconds, just less than 2 seconds behind Dubai Police.
Yeah, they were so close on the finish line.
And 222 Offshore managed a 5th place finish. Well done to them after the problems they've had this season. HBI Racing home in 6th. And we're waiting for Tom Barry-Cotter and Ross Willerton to get out.
That's why, you know what, Paul, I think that today, more than any other day, I have to run immediately to the pontoon because I want all of you to be part of the celebrations.
So make sure you say Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi.
I will have them shouting it in the mic. Okay,
Thank
you everybody. Thank you, Paul. Get you later from the pontoon.
Look forward to it. Emanuele Ferrari-Sticelle, the media officer for the 2019 UIM XCAT World Championship, as Tom Barry-Cotter is the first to exit the Maritimo boat, fists in the air in celebration. Now Ross Willerton makes his way out. Another world title finally for this duo who've worked so hard. A duo from the Gold Coast in Australia. Some people would have thought Australia could never be a superpower in offshore powerboat racing, while these two have just proven it, and look at them, they're spent. There's absolutely nothing left. Ross is having a drink. Tom just trying to rest a bit, sitting on the cabin there. It's taken everything out of them as they await the coveted checkered flag to be brought to them from Pasquale Cesana, official starter. That flag's got a 3-decade history from Pasquale's Class 1 days. And our VIPs here have enjoyed the action, as well as have all the fans who have made their way here. Got a DJ playing music, got a great party atmosphere going on. And remember to stay on board with our stream for the podium presentation for race 2 and of course for the 2019 UIM World Championship. So there they are. We've got helicopters in the air. We've got a buzzing atmosphere here at Sunset Beach in Dubai. They've worked so hard to get this result. But yes, many people would have thought Australia, you know, despite some attempts, could never be a powerhouse in international offshore racing, powerboat racing. Well, they've certainly proven that here today. And like always with Australians in any sport, they try so hard and they achieve so much for a country with such a small population. There's the checkered flag. It doesn't end up in the drink. And there's the hug, Tom and Ross. Ross showing a lot. Dubai Police, their actual XCAT, jumping out behind with the UAE flag in celebration and taking nothing away from Abu Dhabi 5, who are our runners-up in the championship. The second place finished 34.8 seconds behind. Dubai Police in third, 42.18 seconds behind. What a sterling effort Dubai Police made as well. Abu Dhabi 5, with Rashid Al Taya and Majid Al Mansouri finishing second in the championship. Third, Dubai Police, Arif Al Safain and Nadir bin Hendi. Fourth, Abu Dhabi 4, our defending champions, who we say goodbye to the championship to. Sean Torrente from the USA and Faleh Al Mansouri. But the way they drove yesterday and today, just extraordinary. It's a shame with that penalty. It would have really been a three-way fight to the end, or perhaps a two-way fight to the end. But that's the way it goes, and that's racing. And there's a replay of Maritimo powering home and creating Australian sports history and international offshore powerboat racing history. It's the first Australian built and designed XCAT, an offshore powerboat racing boat, to win a global championship like this. After 3 hard-fought rounds, and of course a non-championship round of Fujairah, which wasn't in this boat. The opening round from Stresa in Shanghai, which was indeed. We'll look at Dimitri now, and a nice slow res shot of them making their way by. So Abu Dhabi 4 finished the championship as defending champions. It's gone now, they're in 4th, and Maritimo become our new champions. In 5th was 222 Offshore, 6th was the HPI racing team, 7th was the Victory team on their welcome return, as we look at the slow-mo finish line shots on our screen. 8th was Kuwait, 9th Dimitri out of Italy, Videx out of Italy in 10th, Consul Brokers in 11th, and sadly New Star Racing were out of the races. Maritimo powers towards the shore to big cheers and claps from the crowd here. Tom Barricotta with his fist in the air, and there's a nice close-up shot of the beautiful lime-coloured Dimitri X-boat. Roberto Lupiano and Maurizio Carando have done a good job here today in 9th position in the top 10. And we look at Maritimo making its way in triumphantly. And the battle they went through yesterday to get to this point. If you did not see yesterday's race, please get on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page and find the link there and take a look at it, because it was action from the word go to the checkered flag all the way through, particularly for these guys. So they really fought hard to win this XCAT World Championship for 2019, brought to you by the UIM. And remember that next season, there's some big plans. We don't know all of them yet. There's been a little bit hush about it, but there's some big plans, and we look forward to those plans happening. We'll be crossing to the pontoon shortly, and Emanuele Ferraris-Ticelle to have a chat to our new champions and some of the other competitors. Stay with us for the podium presentation afterwards.
Okay, so of course we're waiting for the world champions of Maritimo number 12. They're arriving. This is team number 4. Sorry, I ran. So Sean, just out of the cockpit, what happened? Why the penalty lap?
We missed a buoy down there. And
so,
yeah, they were pushing us, and they were faster than us. We knew that even yesterday. We just made a perfect race yesterday, and today we had to make more than perfect because the conditions were flatter, and it didn't work out, so they win. You know, congratulations to them. They did a great job. Thank you. They did a great job all season, and that's the way it goes.
Yeah, it's nice, you know, it's really nice to see how fair you are. I really have goosebumps. This is not a joke, guys. I have goosebumps because it's always good to hear, like you immediately said, yeah, they were faster. We have to recognize how good they are. It's great.
Yeah, they deserve it. They want it, just like we did last year. It's all good.
Okay, there is the shake waiting, so yeah, while they go there, for the shake, we want to get the guys. Where is the boat number 12? Oh, boat number 12 is on the other side, pardon me. While we have, okay, Arif and Nadir, it didn't work out today. You're not happy with the speed, with the race?
The boat didn't perform. One engine was still missing. We tried our level, but that's the maximum we could get out.
Yeah, by watching the race and comment, I could tell that you were not that fast. There was something wrong.
Yes, we have problem with the left engine. Same yesterday. Can't find the problem.
Okay, anyway, we'll see you next season, of course. While if we turn, yes, we go there. We want to be in the middle of the celebration. The boat just passed over us, boat number 12 Maritimo. They went on the other dock. There is also the Sheikh here coming to visit. As we say, this race is really amazingly organized by the IMC on their side as a local host. So also the Sheikh, there's a big of confusion because with all these teams from United Arab Emirates, of course, the Sheikh wants to meet all of them, and he will congratulate also the world champions of Maritimo, which are the world champions that we're going to join now. Well, there's another camera here And yeah, you see, this is Nadir Benindi going to congratulate Tom. Tom, so, wow, I'm thrilled, but not as much as you. Arif also congratulating with him. Some words just out of the boat.
Just incredible. Yeah, we're just so happy for everyone back home. You know, we get our whole company back home. It's 300 staff back there that are just over the moon, and yeah, obviously just my family, Ross in the boat, our whole team. Just so proud of everyone. It wasn't an easy race. We had no intercom for most of it, so thank you.
Okay. There's the Sheikh waiting for them, so we will have another interview later. We're glad that we were able to catch him while they're really just out of the cockpit. Also, Ross Willerton is being called to go for the Sheikh. The Sheikh can't wait, of course. He has a busy schedule, but still, yeah. While this is Ross, just congratulations live. No words, just congratulations. Really great. Yeah, they're pulling him for the Sheikh. So, what should we do? Should we follow the flow and we go up? So, yeah, especially him with the camera. Great. We're doing all of this live. We go. If we can go on with the live, you will tell me, no problem. We can try again as well at the Sheikh, congratulating all the drivers and the teams. As we pass here, it's Ross Willerton, Sean Torrente once again, Falian Mansouri. They're all congratulating team. Eric Stark, we saw him before. What a great race, amazing race.
Very shortly with the prize giving.
As we see, also the podium with all the trophies is already there. All the people are getting prepared. This is Rashid Al-Tayer. Just one quick word about your race.
It was the race very good. The start is really good. Start very strong for both teams. I keep my boat in third place. I take the long lap. It's good time. But what I can do, boat 4 is missed the buoy, and I take the second place. Inshallah, for next year we'll be more ready. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Beside his words, one nice aspect that I got is that he feels so sorry because number 4 missed the buoy. They are kind of their opponents, but they are so part of the same team that is one of the first things that came to his mind was this. So yeah, as also Sebastiano Pellecchia and all the other guys. And that's actually Tom's mommy and Tom's girlfriend that we saw on the screen before. Really nice moments. They got Australian flags. Tom Berry-Cotter and Ross Willerton with the also flags ready to step on the podium. Their team guys. All the drivers congratulating, yeah. Such an amazing achievement. I mean, the first time actually that a team outside of the UAE wins the XCAT World Championship in 7 years, yeah.
World champion. And Ross Walton. There they are, ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for them. Some great racing action over the weekend. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, race one then. In third place, boat number 5, Abu Dhabi, driven by Rashid Al Taya and Majid Al Mansouri. In second place, ladies and gentlemen, boat number 12, Maritimo, Tom Barry Cotter and Ross Walton. And ladies and gentlemen, the winners for race 1, boat number 4, Abu Dhabi, Sean Clementi and Khalid Al Mansouri. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we'd also like to award the best team manager of race 1. Put your hands together and give him a big round of applause to Nasser Al Bahani. Some real beautiful trophies being handed out this year. And now, ladies and gentlemen, race 2, some very exciting action out there on the water today, as you've seen. We had a lot of spectators enjoying the sport this afternoon. So the results are: boat number 3 in third place, Dubai Police, Arif Al Zafain and Nada bin Handy. In second place, ladies and gentlemen, boat number 5, Abu Dhabi, Rashid Al Taya and Majid Al Mansouri. And ladies and gentlemen, the winners for race 2 today. Put your hands together and make some noise for boat number 12, Maritimo, Tom Barry Cotter and Ross Walton. I would also like to award the team manager, ladies and gentlemen, who's done a wonderful job. Will you please put your hands together for Graham Frazier.
Once again, a huge round of applause for our competitors this afternoon who've done an absolutely fantastic job out there in the water. Okay. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we've all been waiting for. I hope you're ready for the overall results of the 2019 UIM XCAT World Championship in the Dubai Grand Prix. Please put your hands together as we welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boat number 3, Dubai Police, Arif Al Zafain and Nada bin Hindi. In second place, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, make some noise for them. Number 4, Abu Dhabi, Sean Torrenti and Falik Al Mansouri. As they take to the stands, the tension mounts. Ladies and gentlemen, the winners for 2019 XCAT World Champions, number 12, Maritimo, Barry Tom Connor and Ross Walton. Make some noise for them, ladies and gentlemen. They are the champions. An amazing racing action out there on the water today. We'd also like to thank the team manager for Maritimo, Graham Frazier. Congratulations to them. Let's hear it for them. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like you to be quiet for the national anthem of Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a big round of applause. Once again, our champions, Maritimo, Tom Barry-Cotter, Ross Walton, and their fantastic team manager, Graham Frazier. One more time for our world champions. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. Give them some noise for Maritimo, Tom Barry-Cotter, Ross Walton, and the team manager, Graham Frazier, the world champions.